Welcome friends, it's Ray. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, in addition to the card I create on camera, I also show you another card that uses non-traditional holiday colors and designs to create something totally unique. I've cut a piece of cardstock so that it is just a hair wider than my waffle flower postage collage die. I placed my cardstock on a mat and then I have taped my stencil down over top my cardstock. I have my texture paste and my palette knife, and I am just going to apply my texture paste as evenly as possible. So first go around, I just place it down, try and smooth it out, and then go back and do more smoothing once I get paste on the entire stencil. The paste dries very hard and it's not easy to get off once it dries. I do have a bucket of hot soapy water sitting on the floor beside me, and as soon as I'm done, I am going to place my stencil and my palette knife, submerge them in that soapy water. That makes cleanup very easy. Do you use stencils and texture paste in your when you're creating your cards? Let me know in the comments. I love the reveal, and I love this flourish stencil. Very ornate. I'm going to set this aside to dry while I work on my sentiment. I've used cardstock scraps to cut out my sentiment 3 times, and I am using liquid glue to affix them together. This is accent opaque 120 pound cardstock, so it's very thick. So this is going to stack very nicely. And I love the fact that these dies are, the word is so large. I love that. It covers a lot of real estate on your card and makes a really bold statement. Cut the shadow from vellum cardstock. It takes about 40 to 60 minutes for the paste to dry, and I was a little impatient and I did not let mine dry 100%, and so as a result you know, it shows a little bit, but after I put my sentiment on, you don't notice it, but just know that you want to let that dry completely before moving on to this step. I did place foam tape on the back of my card panel, and then now applying liquid glue on top after removing the release paper. And this is just going to give me wiggle room to make sure I get this panel positioned on my card base the way I want it before committing it. And now I'm affixing my Christmas tree onto my panel, and I will also, I've added 3 vellum layers to the top of my white star, and then now we'll just affix that to right above my tree. I've laid out some iridescent stars throughout the top 2/3 portion of my panel, and just gluing those down, and that adds a lot of sparkle and shine to my panel. And I think this is all that I need to finish this card. It came out beautifully. So here's the card I made in today's video using the texture paste. With this card that I posted on Instagram, I used Tattered Rose and Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide inks. And so in the same manner as with this card, when I placed my stencil on my card panel, I inked in the Tattered Rose and then the Victorian Velvet and alternated as I inked my stencil, alternated the colors so that both colors would be dispersed throughout. And then I used the Joy sentiment from this same die set. And then, of course, the star and the bow to make this card. And then my shadow layer is actually glitter cardstock. Here's a closer look at both cards. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked the video, and if not a subscriber, will subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Until next time, good day, friends.